Hello, this is Will Bradley, and you're watching Helicopters. Enjoy the video. Hello, and welcome back to the Helicopters. So today we are going to be learning about the Boeing AH-64 Apache, which is an American four-blade twin-turboshaft attack helicopter with a tailwheel type landing gear arrangement and a tandem cockpit for a two-man crew. It features a nose-mounted sensor to suit for target acquisition and night vision systems. It is armed with a 30mm machine gun carried between the two forward landing gear and the forward fuselage, obviously. It has 4 hard points on stub wings, and we're going to be going to, here they are, and we're going to be going to a little story about the stub wings later. So it typically carries a mixture of AGM 114 Hellfire missiles and Hydra 70 rocket pods. And it has a lot of service systems redundancy to improve the combat serviceability. So the Apache started as a Model 77 developed by Hughes Helicopters for the United States Army to replace the AH-1 Cobra, which I have one here. So this is the Cobra, and this is the Apache. This is an Israeli Cobra. I don't know what the difference is, but it's in Israeli markings. That's the only difference I've got. So yeah. And the prototype of the YAH-64 was first flown on September 30th, 1975. The US Army selected it after purchasing Hughes Helicopter in 1984. McDonnell Douglas continued the AH-64 production and development. The helicopter was introduced to the US Army service in April 1986. The first production AH-64D Apache Longbow, which is this one, it's got this radar dish on top, is an upgraded Apache variant, was delivered to the Army in March of 1997. The production has been continued by the Boeing Defense, Space and Security. Over 2,000 Apache AH-64s have been produced to date, so that's 2,000 of these bad boys have been produced. The US Army is the primary operator of the AH-64 because it was the one that made it, to be honest. But the primary attack helicopter of multiple nations, including Greece, Japan, Israel, the Netherlands, Singapore, the UAE, as well as being produced under license in the United Kingdom as the Augusta Westland Apache. American AH-64s have served in conflicts in Panama, Persian Gulf, Kosovo, Afghanistan and Iraq. Israel used the Apache in its military conflicts in Lebanon and the Gaza Strip. Don't ask me what that is. I would have said that. British and the Dutch Apaches have been seen deployments in wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. So now we're going to be going into the advanced attack helicopter. So we don't need to hold this anymore because we're going to just be telling you facts about a tank. So following the cancellation of the AH-56 Cheyenne in 1972 in favour of the projects like the US Air Force A-10 Thunderbolt II and Marine Corps Harriers, the United States sought an aircraft to fill the anti-armour attack role that will still be under Army command The 1946 Key West Agreement forbade the Army from owning combat fixed-wing aircraft. The Army wanted an aircraft better than the Cobra in firepower, performance and range. It would have the maneuverability of the terrain sorry for that, following the nap of the Earth flying. To this end, the US issued a request proposal for an advanced attack helicopter on November 15, 1972, as a sign of the importance of this project. In July 1973, no, actually it's September, isn't it? In September 1973, the Army designated its 5 most important project as the Big Five. The AAH was included because AAH stands for Advanced Attack Helicopter. But proposals were submitted by Bell, Boeing, Vertol, Grumman team, Hughes, Lockheed and Sikorsky. In July 1973, the US Department of Defense selected finalists Bell and Hughes Aircraft's Tolco division. Later, Hughes Helicopter began the Phase 1 of the competition. Each company built prototype helicopters and went through flight test programs. Hughes Model 77 YAH-64A prototype first flew on the 30th of September 1975, while Bell's Model 409 YAH-63A prototype first flew on October 1st, 1975 as well. After evaluating the test results, the Army selected the Hughes YAH-64A over Bell's YAH-63A in 1976. Reasons for selecting it included its more damage tolerable 4-blade main rotor and instability of the YAH-63's tricycle landing gear arrangement. I know my hand, I love my hand. In 1981, 3 production AH-64s were handed over to the US Army of Operational Test 2. The Army testing was successful, but afterwards it was decided to upgrade to the more powerful T700 GE701 version of the engine, rated at 1,690 shp or 1,260 kilowatts. The AH-64 was named the Apache in late 1981, keeping with its Army traditional use of American tribal names for its helicopters, and it was approved for full-scale production in 1972. In 1973, the first production helicopter was rolled out at Hughes Helicopter Facility at Mesa, Arizona. Hughes Helicopter was purchased by McDonnell Douglas for $470 million in 1984. The helicopter unit later became part of the Boeing Company with the merged Boeing and McDonnell Douglas in 1997. In 1986, the incremental or flyaway cost for the AH-64 was $7 million, and the average unit cost was approximately $13.9 million based on total costs. And this is where we have to sadly conclude this episode of the helicopters. But that's it. So I hope you've all enjoyed the helicopters. Please feel free to like, comment down below, and in the description will hopefully be my Facebook, Twitter and Snapchat if you want to use them. But for now, peace.